Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Nefertiti Gold and I'm an electronic R&B artist. And today we are back with the final piano update of the year. Now, if you've been following this series throughout the year, maybe you've seen a few videos, maybe you've seen them all, you know that I have been trying to learn piano as a producer to get better as a producer. Now, the thing about taking this path is that it's not an overnight thing. It's one of those things where I'm not going to really see the benefit of it until like further down the line. And to me, it doesn't really matter because the time is going to pass anyway. So it's kind of like 5 years from now, I'm going to be like, damn, I wish I started 5 years ago. So if you've been thinking about starting something new, but you feel like it's too late, don't think that way. We're probably all going to live until we're like 97 years old. So there's a good chance you got a good solid 30 years left. Shout out to DistroKid for sponsoring this series. However, we will talk about them just a little bit later on. So I'm going to try to keep today's video a little bit on the shorter side, considering that it is Christmas Day. A few things that I've been working on as far as like preparing for this year's Christmas piece, I've decided to implement more of like a strict regime when it comes to warm-ups and learning the hand-in exercises as well as working on scales. Now I'm going to be really honest, I was not as strict as I should have been with some of like the warm-up pieces and the hand-in and the scale exercises. And it's mainly because I tried to dedicate as much time as possible to learning this song in time for this video right here so that I can release it on Christmas Day and then we have the Christmas vibes. However, I still will go through the warm-ups. When I start my warm-ups, I do like to start with that finger independence little exercise that I do. I don't know if it has an official name to it, but I find it helpful. Now, if I remember correctly, in the last video, I did hand-in exercises 1 and 2, and ideally I wanted to get them up to 120 BPM, but I still feel like I'm not fully there yet. However, I was able to incorporate hand-in exercise 3, so I'm going to play all of those for you. Now, when it comes to the scales, I will say that because this piece that I'm working on is a little bit more on the jazzier side, and it kind of goes in and out of different keys at different parts of the song. I believe the last time I did C major and G major, and for this video, I'm adding in D major. And essentially for now, I'm just working on the major keys that start on a white key and going in the circle of fifths. All right, so now that we got like the warm-up stuff out of the way, I wanted to talk about how I approached learning this song. In this particular instance, because I wanted to sing along while I was playing, I had to also practice that aspect of it too. So it's not just like learning how to play it physically, but then you also have to coordinate like, when am I coming in? When am I singing? When am I taking a breath? When am I, there's a lot of coordination going on between not just playing the notes and just singing it, but like knowing your entrances, knowing the right note to sing if the chord that I'm playing is not giving me the note that I need. So the way that I approached it, I literally took it like 2-3 measures at a time. And I would focus on those 2 to 3 measures for a couple of days at a time. And once I felt like those measures were pretty solid, that is when I decided to add singing on top of it, but still focusing on 2-3 measures at a time. Now, luckily, this is essentially pop music, which means that we're gonna have chords that repeat. So once I kind of figured out the first section and the second section, it kind of repeated with different variations, but luckily, once you get like that muscle memory in, learning the rest of the song is easier. Now, for the sake of this video, I didn't do the repeats when I was covering it because there's a good chance that it's gonna get flagged. And that's okay, it's the name of the game, it's a cover song, it's, registered under a major label, so yes, take all my YouTube pennies. Now, as I mentioned before, this video is sponsored by DistroKid. DistroKid is one of the world's leading music distributors helping independent artists get their music on all major streaming platforms. And as an independent artist, when it comes to releasing a song, it is easy to get lost in a sea of a million different links. However, with Hyperfollow, you don't have to worry about that. It's one link that'll automatically update when your music goes live, so your fans can pre-save, stream, and follow you all from one place. You can use it in bios, captions, and emails without having to worry about updating it after the fact. This feature, among many more, is available for free for DistroKid members. And if you are not a DistroKid member, use my link in the description below and get 7% off your first year. And now we are going to get into this year's Christmas song. I'm going to admit right now, I did so many takes of this song, and mainly because I don't know what it is about turning on the camera. There's like a phenomenon that happens where I can do it perfectly fine. Once I hit that record button, my God, all the mistakes that never happened were happening. I don't want to drag this video. I swear I don't want to drag this video on, but it's just like, it grinds my gears. So without any further ado, here is Merry Christmas, Darling. Greeting cards have all been sent. The Christmas rush is through. But I still have one wish to make. special one for you. Merry Christmas, darling. We're apart, that's true, but I can't dream, and in my dreams I'm Christmasing with you. Holidays are joyful. There's always something new, but every day's a holiday when I'm near to you. The lights on my tree, I wish you could see. I wish it every day. The logs on the fire fill me with desire to see you and to say that I wish you a Merry Christmas. Happy New Year too. I just one wish on this Christmas Eve. I wish I were with you. I wish I were with you. Yay! I felt really proud that I was able to complete that. Now, it's not perfect because, I hear the mistakes and, the parts where I like pause and stuff, but that's just me being like my worst enemy. Now, I thank you guys for taking some time out on your Christmas day to watch this video. I hope you have an amazing day. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and I'll see you in the next video.